You are afraid of the wrong things. Sharks. Everyone talks about sharks, but sharks are familiar. Sharks have been in movies. Sharks have fan pages. Sharks are practically celebrities at this point. What actually lives in the ocean, the parts we have barely explored, is something your brain was never built to process. Not because it is dangerous in the way a predator is dangerous, but because it is wrong. Wrong in the way that something feels wrong in a dream right before you wake up. Wrong in a way that is hard to explain until you see it. And today, you are going to see it. Every creature in this video is real. Every single one has been photographed, filmed, or physically collected by scientists. None of this is mythology. None of this is speculation. This is just the ocean doing what it has always done completely without our permission. Let us start somewhere familiar. The ocean floor. Shallow water, sandy bottom, coral nearby. The kind of place divers visit on vacation. Now, look at the sand. Nothing there, right? That is what the fish think too. Beneath the surface of that sand, sometimes buried 2 to 3 meters deep, lives Eunice aphroditois, the bobbit worm. And I want you to understand something before I describe what it does. This animal can reach 3 meters in length. 3 meters, nearly 10 feet of armored, segmented worm body, coiled beneath the seafloor, completely invisible. It buries itself and extends 5 antennae above the surface. Just the antennae. Nothing else visible. Those antennae detect vibration, movement, electrical signals from nearby fish. And when something swims close enough, the worm strikes, not slowly. The strike speed of the bobbit worm has been measured at roughly half a meter per second, fast enough that high-speed cameras struggle to capture it clearly. It explodes from the sand, seizes the prey with scissor-like jaws strong enough to cut a fish clean in half, and drags it underground. In some documented cases, the fish is split completely in two. The front half disappears into the sand. The back half drifts away in the current. Here is what makes this deeply unsettling beyond just the violence of it. In 2009, a bobbit worm appeared inside a marine aquarium in Newquay, England. Staff noticed their fish were disappearing at night. Then coral began vanishing. Then pieces of rock. They dismantled the entire tank, removing every piece of coral, every rock, every decoration. They found the worm at the very bottom of the tank, over a meter long. It had hitchhiked into the facility inside a piece of live rock, standard aquarium material, and had been living undetected, hunting at night, for what investigators believed was several months. A predator, living inside a controlled facility, completely invisible to the people maintaining the tank every single day. The ocean smuggled it in, and nobody noticed until the fish were gone. Now something smaller, something that looks almost beautiful at first. The peacock mantis shrimp Odontodactylus silaris is around 15 to 18 centimeters long. Brilliantly colored, electric blues, greens, oranges, the kind of creature you might photograph on a reef and caption with something cheerful. Do not let the colors fool you. The mantis shrimp strikes with 2 club-like appendages called dactyle clubs. The strike accelerates at 10,000 times the force of gravity. To give that context, a bullet from a firearm accelerates at roughly 30,000 gs. The mantis shrimp is hitting at roughly 1/3 the acceleration of a bullet. From a crustacean the size of your hand, the strike is fast enough to create cavitation bubbles, localized points where the water pressure drops so rapidly that the water briefly vaporizes. When those bubbles collapse, they release a secondary shockwave. So the mantis shrimp hits its target twice, first with the physical impact of the club, then with the shock wave from the collapsing cavitation bubble, both within milliseconds. It has been documented shattering aquarium glass from the inside. It has cracked the shells of large clam shells that require significant mechanical force to open with a single strike. Marine biologists who study them handle them only with thick gloves and extreme caution. But here is the part about mantis shrimp that genuinely crosses from impressive into unsettling: their eyes. Human eyes have 3 types of photoreceptors. We see red, green, and blue, and combinations of those 3. Mantis shrimp have 16 types of photoreceptors. 16. They can see wavelengths of ultraviolet and infrared light. They can detect the polarization of light, the direction light waves are oscillating in multiple planes simultaneously. They see things that do not exist in our visual world, colors we have no words for, light patterns we cannot perceive. They are looking at the same reef you are looking at and experiencing something completely different. something we will never be able to imagine, which raises a question worth sitting with. How many other creatures in the ocean perceive dimensions of reality that we are completely unaware of? How much of the ocean is invisible to us not because there is nothing there, but because we cannot see it? Now we go deeper, down past the sunlight, past the twilight, into the cold, dark, crushing abyssal zone 2,000 meters and below. Meet Bathynomus giganteus, the giant isopod. If you have ever seen a common woodlouse, the small gray armored bug that rolls into a ball when you disturb it, then you already understand the basic shape of the giant isopod. Now scale it up. The largest giant isopod on record measured 76 centimeters 2.5 feet and weighed around 7 kilograms. Same body plan, same armored exoskeleton, same 7 pairs of legs, same compound eyes, just vastly, wrongly larger. This phenomenon is called deep-sea gigantism. In the cold, high-pressure, food-scarce environment of the deep ocean, certain crustaceans, worms, and other invertebrates grow far beyond the sizes their surface-dwelling relatives reach. The leading hypothesis involves the cold water slowing metabolism, combined with the absence of the predation pressure that keeps shallow water species small. Whatever the cause, the result is something that your instincts process as deeply wrong. Because the shape is familiar, the scale is not. That combination, familiar shape, wrong size, triggers something primal in most people. It feels like something from a dream where the proportions of ordinary objects are subtly off in ways that cannot quite be explained. Giant isopods scavenge the deep seafloor. They can survive without food for extraordinary periods. One captive individual at an aquarium in Japan refused food for 5 years and 2 months before dying. Not 5 days, 5 years. It sat in a tank, was offered food regularly, refused, for 5 years, and then it died. Scientists still do not fully understand how its metabolism sustained it. The deep ocean created a creature patient enough to wait 5 years for a meal. Some creatures in the ocean look like they belong to a different era, because they do. The frilled shark Chlamydoslacus anguineus is a species of shark that has remained essentially unchanged for approximately 80 million years. 80 million years. When this animal was already an established species, non-avian dinosaurs still walk the earth. It grows to around 2 meters in length. Its body is eel-like, long, sinuous. Not what you picture when someone says shark. Its mouth, when open, reveals something that has disturbed every marine biologist who has seen it up close. Around 300 teeth, arranged in 25 rows. Each tooth has 3 sharp prongs, not to tear, not to crush, to prevent escape. The structure of the teeth is specifically designed so that once something enters the frilled shark's mouth, the geometry of those backward-angled prongs makes withdrawal nearly impossible. The prey does not need to be bitten harder, it simply cannot leave. The frilled shark likely engulfs prey whole, opening its jaws wide and striking forward in a motion more similar to a snake than a shark. In 2007, a live frilled shark was captured on video near the surface off the coast of Japan. It was visibly sick, disoriented, moving strangely. It died shortly after being filmed. The footage, which you can still find online, shows a creature that looks less like something from this planet and more like something that drifted up from a different geological period. Because that is essentially what it is, a relic, a surviving design from 80 million years ago, still functioning, still hunting in the deep ocean, still largely unknown. We did not know it was alive until recently. It has always been there. We just never looked. Everything we have discussed so far has been a single organism, one body, one creature. Now consider something that challenges that definition entirely: the Siphonophore, specifically Praea dubia. The giant Siphonophore. At first glance, it appears to be a long, translucent string drifting through deep water, delicate, almost invisible, faintly luminescent. At second glance, it appears to be something far stranger, because it is not one organism. It is a colony of thousands of individual organisms called zooids, each one genetically identical, each one physically connected, each one performing a specific function for the collective. Some zooids are responsible only for propulsion. They contract rhythmically, moving the colony through the water. Some handle digestion only. Some are dedicated entirely to reproduction. Some exist only to sting and capture prey. No single zooid can survive independently. No single zooid constitutes the whole organism. The Siphonophore exists in a biological category that does not have a clean word in English. It is not a colony in the way a coral reef is a colony. It is not an individual in the way a fish is an individual. It is something between, something that challenges the most basic biological question, what counts as one thing, and the scale of it. In 2020, researchers from the Schmidt Ocean Institute encountered a specimen of Apolemia, a related Siphonophore species off the coast of Western Australia. Its measured length was 47 meters, 154 feet, the longest organism ever recorded. Longer than a blue whale, longer than most commercial aircraft, drifting silently through the deep ocean, invisible to the surface world, never seen before, discovered in 2020 in our ocean. We return now to shallow water, to the places divers visit, the places people swim, and we meet something that has no right to exist as calmly as it does. The stargazer family Uranoscopidae is a fish that buries itself in sand or mud in shallow coastal waters. Its eyes are on the top of its head, pointing directly upward. Its mouth faces upward. It lies motionless beneath the surface, completely covered, completely invisible, waiting. When prey passes above it, the stargazer erupts from the sand and ambushes from below. But the ambush is not even its most concerning feature. The stargazer is one of the very few fish species that is simultaneously venomous and electric. Venomous, it has two large venomous spines above its pectoral fins. Contact with these causes immediate intense pain. Electric, it has specialized organs behind its eyes capable of delivering electric shocks of up to 50 volts. The electricity is used to stun prey. It may also function in communication. A fish, hidden in sand, in shallow coastal water, that shocks and poisons. Fishermen in the Mediterranean have been dealing with stargazer injuries for centuries. They call it in various local dialects something that translates roughly to the one you do not see coming, which is accurate, because you will not see it coming. It is under the sand you are walking on, right now, possibly. Its scientific name is Vampirotuthis infernalis. Translated directly from Latin, the vampire squid from hell. Scientists gave it that name, professional scientists. In peer-reviewed taxonomy, the vampire squid from hell. It lives at depths of 600 to 900 meters in the oxygen minimum zone, a layer of the ocean where dissolved oxygen levels are so low that most organisms cannot survive there at all. The vampire squid not only survives there, it thrives. Its blood contains a special hemocyanin protein that binds oxygen with extraordinary efficiency, allowing it to extract enough oxygen from water that would asphyxiate virtually any other animal. It is roughly 30 centimeters long. Its body is black or dark red, nearly invisible in deep water. It has the largest eyes relative to body size of any animal on Earth. 8 centimeters in diameter on a 30-centimeter body. If you scaled that ratio to a human being, our eyes would be roughly the size of our heads. When threatened, the vampire squid does not flee and does not produce ink the way regular squid do. Instead, it inverts its webbed cloak over its body, turning itself inside out, exposing hundreds of fleshy spines called cirri. It becomes a spiky, dark, irregular mass, unrecognizable as anything. And then, it produces bioluminescent mucus, a glowing cloud it releases into the water to confuse the predator while it retreats into the darkness. A glowing cloud of mucus, used as a decoy in the oxygen-depleted deep ocean by something called the vampire squid from hell. Everything we have discussed so far has been strange in its appearance or its behavior. The Greenland shark Somniosus microcephalus is disturbing in a different way entirely. It looks at first almost ordinary, a large gray slow-moving shark, blunt nose, small eyes. Not dramatic, not visually unsettling. But in 2016, researchers published a study in Science Journal that changed how the scientific community thinks about animal lifespans. Using radiocarbon dating of eye tissue, a method that measures the incorporation of carbon isotopes formed during nuclear weapons testing in the 1950s and 1960s, they aged a sample of Greenland sharks. The oldest individual in the sample was estimated to be approximately 392 years old, plus or minus 120 years. That means this shark, a living animal, swimming in the North Atlantic right now, was potentially born in the early 1600s, before the United States existed, before the Industrial Revolution, before modern medicine, before the steam engine, swimming slowly through cold water while the entire modern world assembled itself above it. The Greenland shark reaches sexual maturity at approximately 150 years of age. It does not reproduce until it is 150 years old. Most human lives would end before this animal was old enough to have offspring. Its maximum lifespan is unknown. We do not have a number. The oldest individual we have measured is 392 years, and it was still alive when we measured it. The actual maximum may be higher. We do not know how much higher, because we have not yet found one that has died of old age. Here is where all of this becomes something larger than a list of strange animals. Every creature in this video was discovered, documented, and studied within the last 200 years, most within the last 50. The giant Siphonophore specimen, 47 meters long, was discovered in 2020, last year by historical standards. And every single one of these species was found in a fraction of the ocean we have actually explored. 23% of the deep seafloor has been mapped to meaningful resolution. 23%. The rest is estimated, inferred, guessed at through sonar readings and sediment samples. In that unexplored 77% right now, there are species that have never been seen by human eyes. Not extinct species, living ones. With body plans we have not encountered, with adaptations we have not imagined, with behaviors we have no framework to understand. This is not speculation. This is statistical near certainty, based on how many new species we find every single time we send equipment to unexplored depths. Every expedition, without exception, new species. The ocean is not hiding these things from us deliberately. We have simply not looked. We have spent more money, more time, and more engineering efforts sending machines to Mars than we have exploring our own ocean floor. Mars, where we have confirmed no life currently exists. Our ocean, where life almost certainly exists, in forms we have never seen, remains largely unexplored. That is not a scientific failure, it is a choice. And right now, in the darkness several kilometers beneath the surface of the nearest ocean, something is moving. Something that has never been seen. Something that does not know we exist. Something that does not need to. If this video unsettled you, that was intentional. Not to frighten you for entertainment, but because the ocean deserves to be taken seriously. It is not a backdrop. It is not scenery. It is not the blue part of the map between the interesting parts. It is the majority of this planet. It is the oldest ecosystem on Earth. It contains life that has survived every extinction event in the history of complex animals, and most of it we have never seen. The creatures in this video are not the most extreme things in the ocean. They are simply the ones we have found so far, which means whatever is in the unexplored parts, we are not ready for it. And somehow that is the most exciting thing I have ever said. If that kind of thinking interests you, the real stuff, the documented, peer-reviewed, stranger-than-fiction reality of the world we live on, subscribe, because there is so much more, and we are just getting started.